Better loud.
Sorry.
Like, who do you think you are, Andrew?
No.
His is so much worse.
Ba-da-ding!
Oh, dude. I can't even around him. Alright, let me check the tail of the tapes. Warning, probably salty gameplay. Alright. Alright, so it's up and running, so...
Okie dokie.
Alright, let me jump into quick play.
Doki Doki is not Okie Dokie.
It's definitely not Okie Dokie.
It's Okie Dokie as far as the as far as how good it is, but not Okie Dokie as far as the
story
material
is concerned.
being. Yeah.
The material is hooky spooky.
So let's see here. For reference, just for anybody or ourselves watching in the future, I'll be making sure to do timestamps on when certain things get discussed, because I'm nice like that, and I hate trying to find discussions in our old videos.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, so should we start with the Destiny topic now that we can actually, understand each other?
And now that I can functionally talk, at least until we start a game, in which case I'll become a blathering mess
I don't
again.
know. We'll see.
I'm gonna die.
It just started. Why die?
Die later.
So I'm gonna bring up the overall thing as far as Destiny 2 goes. That does look nice. So the first topic of discussion was the current issue as far as the Activision Blizzard shareholders are concerned, at least as per a certain industry analyst, and I'm working on getting that name brought up again, just so that I know what I'm talking about and don't sound like I'm talking out my rear. Plus, I like to quote sources, because if I don't, then I'm basically functioning as the world's greatest tabloid journalist.
Levers? Match hasn't even started yet.
Oh, we're in a match.
Wait a minute. Isn't he
This is gonna get
spectating?
awkward. No, I'm just.
He doesn't
I'm just
have
going
to.
with it.
Oh, okay.
I'll see how it goes.
Since his internet's actually functioning enough for him to play.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got the outlaw skin for Soldier. The green visor.
That looks very cool.
It's beautiful.
Does it look nice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does look nice.
Golden gun.
There it is. Doug Kreutz, I think.
Dimmadome. What?
Kreutz. Yeah,
Doug
Doug Dimmadome. Wrote to his clients that Destiny 2's live service revenue for Activision could be potentially disappointing in 18. Predicts a 7% drop from where its stock value currently stands, down to $66, from whatever 7% more than 66 is. I'm sorry, I don't have a number on that. But as it stands...
Flashman on left.
Okay.
Ooh. Hanzo.
Twitch viewership of Destiny 2 is absolutely abysmal in comparison to the first game. Because the first game, about a year ago, was seeing roughly 3,000 to 7,000 on a Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Whoa.
Sorry, 13 to 17,000 on a Friday afternoon, whereas Destiny 2 is seeing between 3,000 and 7,000. And I mean, a 10K drop in viewership on Twitch for a single game is a pretty heavy hit.
Yeah.
People are just as per what everybody already knows about the game, and as per what the analyst said, people are fairly disillusioned with the microtransactions. People are pretty bummed out about the lack of real endgame content. And with Destiny 1, people at least had like cosmetics to go for and stuff if they were bored on guns. So there's a number of sacrifices that they made going into Destiny 2 that have really made the game sort of bare bones, and that's not very conducive to people wanting to stick with the game for any sort of longevity. And because they've made the weapon rolls non-randomized anymore,
Tracer spawn camping.
It's not. I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it be. But because the weapon rolls are no longer random, once people get the exact thing that they need, i.e., let's just go with curtain collar sins of the past, both rocket launchers with cluster bombs, there's no reason to use another one in the game. There's no reason to use anything else in the power weapon slot in the game unless you're in PvP, which nobody should be in anyway because it's not very good. Poor Hanzo.
I need this heals pack.
Alright, this bitch is irritating.
Come on. Come on, I hear somebody.
I'm actually playing really nicely, and I'm able to somewhat talk. This might be because of the lag. My voice was lagging because my internet was lagging. But, yeah, people are just bummed, and I can understand it. I mean, we're a fine example of that. We've given the game 4 years. They had it pretty well fixed by the end of...
You know,
by
it's
the last time around.
I know what you actually said, but it sounded like you said 40 years. God damn. Always with McCree's and their flashbangs.
And I mean, we've definitely given the game enough chances. We've given the series enough chances as it is. And nobody's really doing anything to try to rectify it. They say they're trying to fix things, but what we're basically seeing are a bunch of what people in the community seem to equate to being hollow apologies, because nothing's really changing. Every change they make is another step backwards. With the throttling of so many different things already, nobody's happy about it.
No. I don't know if
and
he's...
it's like they're trying to get one by on the entire fan base, and it just doesn't work.
I don't know if he's the originator of the formula, but on YouTube, that Yang Ye dude,
Yeah.
he's pretty much come up with this formula. Actually, come up with, I don't know if he's the originator, of this... it's like an abusive relationship.
Oh, yeah.
He came up with an abuse cycle of Destiny, where there's a patch or a content update, and then on their own, players catch some dirty tactic that Bungie implemented, some dirty throttling, be it XP or faction tokens. It goes up on the forums, gets massive screen time, people will chew the fuck out of Bungie. Bungie makes a haphazard apology saying it wasn't meant to be implemented, or it was a mistake.
Yeah, it's a glitch in the system, yada yada yada, insert random, like, bullshit thing here.
And then they make some half-assed apology, and then rinse and repeat.
Cool. Yeah, and, I mean, the thing is, it would be one thing if it were like a lot of other properties where people were actually, like, forgiving them and being like, you know what, it's okay, it's okay. We know you keep fucking up this often and this consistently, but we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt for the 76,000th time.
I lived much longer than I should have.
The issue is, nobody's giving them the benefit of the doubt. The numbers are showing that in spades.
People were giving them the benefit of the doubt in D1 because, again, Destiny was a very original concept. There wasn't really anything like it.
It was and it wasn't.
Right, but the way it was set up and designed, it was very popular in the eyes of the general public. Baby D of Adamant. But
They're still on point. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't... It was 2014. The consoles had been out for a year. There really wasn't that much on them, unless you wanted to play Battlefield 4, which had been released the previous year, or GTA 5, released the previous year. They both had updated versions. Granted, Battlefield 4 released with... Battlefield 4 released with the new consoles, but...
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, people just didn't really have that much to play, and you make a lot of... It's like when nothing on Netflix is good, people will make sacrifices and watch a show they don't give a damn about just because
hell, we
it's
watched the
something to
Death
watch.
Note movie for who knows why.
Okay, no, you watched the Death Note movie, and then you told me I had to so I could be as miserable as you were, and I was.
Well, how
Which
could I
granted.
be in misery alone like that? They do say misery loves company.
Don't get me wrong, I would have felt bad if I left you hanging like that as well.
You know, I was hopeful
Got to
when I watched that.
run
Oh
through
boy.
the night.
Oof.
I was... You know what? I guess that's fair. That's fair. I solo ulted her, she solo ulted me.
I got cooked.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
got
I mean,
soldier and Widow over there.
The abusive relationship side of the Destiny argument, while it is a little bit... I mean, don't get me wrong. They are two very different things, but I can understand the correlation without trying to draw attention away from one or put it on the other or try to compare two things that really aren't that similar. But as far as severity goes, but similar as far as concept goes, Destiny 2 definitely falls under that because it's people being completely unhappy with the situation but not being willing to do anything better to remedy it.
I mean, after Rise of Iron, when I broke my disc, I thought I remedied it pretty hard.
I mean, you did, and then we fell for it on the next game.
Well, we were hopeful with false promises.
Well, yeah, and the beta for the second time really lured us into a false sense of security. Well, no, it didn't, because we were still going over it with a fine-tooth comb, and we still had issues with it. But the thing is, there we go. The thing is, we didn't really have anything coming out. There weren't any fall games we were super interested in. I was interested in Wolfenstein, but even then, I didn't think I'd be able to put the time into it to make it worth the $60. That's why I rented it.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, we had been putting up with Overwatch for so long, we were just getting so toxic. I really don't know how to aim with Roadhog. I'm terrible with Roadhog. But practice.
It's fine. You have your specialties, I have mine. While Roadhog doesn't really fall under that, I'm better at Roadhog than you are. You're better at a lot of the other tanks than I am. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Like me, trying to play Winston, potentially problematic.
Oh, did you have vision?
Feel free to chip in at any time. This isn't just a two-person conversation unless you want it to
I
be.
realize, but I just don't have the topic, like, as, I'm not as knowledgeable.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Moira. Put down.
Oh, help. Oh, good widow. Good widow.
Yeah, their widow's good. Tien hasn't had much
well, I mean, granted,
love and
I was in a
support
Graviton, so it was sort of easy pickings, but...
Yeah, Tien hasn't quite spent as many hours on D2 or D1.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's spent as many hours
honestly,
on D1.
I think it's funny. I think Chase has spent the third most time in our group.
Yep.
Which
Honestly,
is really
though,
silly to me.
With D2, it doesn't take very much.
No, it really doesn't. You can get the full experience extremely quickly.
Get the story, if you can get a group together, do the raid, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we barely did the raid, like, nowhere near how much we did the raid in D1. And...
Well, that's the thing. In Destiny 1, granted, I think the Callous raid was well designed. It didn't really have a point, and it didn't, we didn't get a huge satisfaction in beating it like we did in King's Fall, is a good example. King's Fall, in my opinion, is one of the best... That was weird. Did you see how his gun just snapped back up like that?
He could have been on dual zone.
Yeah, good hook accuracy.
18.
I used them more sparingly.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, I regard King's Fall as being one of the top, in my opinion, endgame things that I've done in a video game.
I agree.
It was so much fun. We were able to spend so much time on it. We got to the point where we could just have a good time as a group, laugh about stuff, play silly videos in the background. It wasn't like in... And don't get me wrong, I did feel really bad in situations where, regardless of whether or not they should have known, like in the Gauntlet, when Andrew was talking and asking questions and we had to tell him to hush, which I didn't want to do. But it's a part that requires, like, people talk, which I don't think needs to be a necessary thing in an endgame activity. I think if everybody knows their role well enough, you shouldn't be required to communicate. I think Final Fantasy XIV is a great game that translates that, because you can have a 24-person encounter, and all you do is put in the chat, everybody know what to do? Okay.
At least we don't have to solve binary code
for
for this raid.
Let's not go into the mess that was Outbreak Prime.
What was a fun pulse rifle?
Yeah, Rise of Iron really burned me as far as the raid encounter goes. And not that it was bad, it was, much like a lot of the raid encounters in Destiny 1 until they fixed them down the road, broken.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is the new map?
Yeah, this is the new map.
I realized you hadn't seen it yet.
Nope.
It's an adventure.
It's fun.
I won't fault you for screwing things up because of not knowing the positioning.
Yeah, this map's weird.
We're good. Remember, hashtag no tilt.
I'm just practicing Roadhog since he's probably got one of my favorite skins, so you do you.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Why not? Nobody's watching me, so they can't watch me be terrible right now.
Yeah. If people decide to show up and watch, they're just gonna watch me embarrass myself. So hey. But anyways,
in true Shawn fashion,
nobody's watching me.
Tien's just jogging into a wall slowly.
Let me just stare at a rock as Farah.
Oh God, let's not go back to that person. But anyway, back on topic. Where were we before we got so easily distracted as usual?
Raids.
There you go. Yeah, I will say, much like Gabe has pointed out, a lot of the issue that I had with what was even the name of the Rise of Iron raid? Wrath of the Machine. Yeah. It wasn't a bad encounter. The issue was our personnel.
Yeah. There was one dude who caused a lot of toxicity, which sucked.
Which was totally our thing. How dare he take it? But
well, see, the thing was there was too many. The problem was there was too many chefs in the kitchen. As we've seen in comp, really, you can only have one or two people calling shots. Otherwise, too many voices are gonna fuck up the whole thing. Shit. Tia Davis after you. Move back.
Hey, Ryan's one up on point.
Is it?
Yeah, but they have a widow, so I'm trying to stay low.
Yeah, she's watching me. Hey, I got Ryan.
Oh, they got a fucking turret, dude.
Yeah.
You kidding? They're all pretty squishy characters, so I might just... let's go Tracer.
Her mech is so... Oh, God.
But yeah, if it wasn't for Toxic Individual during Wrath of the Machine, I think we would have had a lot more fun with it and ran it a lot more. The fact that we ran King's Fall hard, like, infinity times. Like, I couldn't even begin to try to count the number.
Oh, dude. We were making jokes. Like, we were talking like we are now during King's Fall.
Yeah. I remember one thing we did, like, non-lewd, mind you, Golgoroth fanfiction, where we were trying to describe, like, his conversations with, orcs. And just fucking around, like, it was so much fun. We didn't have to think. We had our set roles. Shit, bad play on me. We just had fun with it. There was a level of, you know what? You don't have to be super focused. You don't have to be super in the zone. You can run this endgame activity and have a good time. And that's a luxury that we haven't gotten to enjoy in Destiny in a while, because when they made light levels not really matter anymore and all the other things that went on.
More so than normal, because I mean light levels never really did truly matter. It just meant how much damage you could take. I found a Toxic.
Well, neither me nor the other Widow knows how to shoot each other properly, so you guys have carte blanche to go kill her at your leisure.
I might switch to something to go bully her.
Problem is they enable everybody else.
Ooh. Yeah, Hanzo.
I just take cover behind this thing.
Hello, Reaper.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Damn it, asshole.
Gotcha, man. I think it's funny he didn't go for this health pack right here. I scared him into this room and he ignored it.
He tried. I think he did. Then he's... Oh.
She's poisoned.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, there was a level of fun that we had with Destiny 1. Even though it wasn't a great game and there was a lot of shit that was broken, there was a lot of shit that left a lot to be desired. If we wanted a gun, we were able to hunt for it. Granted, in some situations. Here's to looking at you. What gun was it? Imago Loop. The basically reissue of Fatebringer.
Oh, where we had to go run frickin'
Echo Chamber, or it was one of the two Vex strikes. Over and over. And Ty got like 3 of them in the time it took me to get none. I finally got one, and it didn't have good perks on it. And while I didn't really care for that level of random... That was a good kill. Well, I didn't really care for that level of random. It was a thing that I was okay in dealing with, because... yeah, Kane, we found a toxic.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Sorry, I haven't even been looking at the chat. I don't know how long ago you said that.
Like a couple seconds.
Oh, really? It was quick? Okay.
Where the hell is vibration?
Oh, boy.
I'll find it later.
Hey guys, Challenger approaches. Oh.
A Challenger approaches.
What a weird nuke.
10.
But yeah, we just, we loved Destiny 1 in all of its broken, busted-ass, lame glory that didn't live up to the hype that they initially put out for the game. Where we had to pay $170 to get the full experience. And you know what? If we had access to a game that actually felt like a Destiny sequel, I'd pay for it all again.
Right. You know, Widow, I'm trying to learn how to play motherfucking Roblox.
This is such a choke point, man.
Yeah, it is. There are ways around it, but you have to push up. There was a down left path that you had access to, and you could run right up to the little train car thingy. But anyway.
Oof.
Damn.
Oof.
See, look at that. Dinks into the abyss.
I never get that lucky. Except that one time against
Yeah, neither do I.
That was interesting. Hey.
Yeah, nobody killed the Hanzo.
Cold healing. Yeah, I don't want to play against
But yeah, I just,
Oh, shit. I forgot. You guys are gonna have to join back up on me. I forgot to pull everybody.
Wonderful.
Because I'm a fucking genius.
Thanks.
I can't even send you guys
Already
invites. Anyways, well, you guys get out of your game.
Yeah, I'm out of the game.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess one of the issues that I have with Destiny 2 is just the fact that in spite of how much time they had to get the formula right, and they did, regardless of whether or not I want to admit it, I still maintain, and I know this would get a ton of disagrees in a public forum, which this is, but it's our channel and our stream, so whatever.
People could still
Crucible needed to never be in the game. It was a waste of resources, it's not good, and the fact that they have done everything they can to balance every weapon in Destiny 2 around PvP, and making sure it's balanced. SC Slayerage, from the Legend himself clan, pointed out in a video that he did not too long ago. I'm not going to link, please look it up.
Laziness.
What do you want from me? But
I want everything.
I want the
well, I have nothing, Tien. We've been over this. But he pointed out their idea of balance is removing fun and removing any random element. They want things so tightly controlled and micromanaged. Man, you're about to hit a silver portrait, you freaking sweaty tryhard.
Damn.
They want things so micromanaged that there is no room for variance. There is no room for anything new or original or different. It just has to be the way that they want it because that's the way it is. And that's not right, regardless of what they think. Because the fact that there are guns, or were guns, that were a little bit broken and overpowered gave people something to strive for. But one of the last exotics I got was the Jade Rabbit. I have no idea why I have it. I can think of 5 legendary scout rifles that do 10 times the work that it does without having to get an exotic slot taken up. And the fact that they have exotics in the game like that means that something is wrong and needs a rework. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jade Rabbit wasn't very good in D1, not in Crucible, not in PvE.
I didn't know they even brought it back in the second game.
Yeah, they did with Curse of Osiris. And it's actually less impressive than it was in D1, and it wasn't really anything to...
Same with Telesto,
in D1, dude. Yeah, Telesto's a weird one for them to bring back as well, because it's not a very good gun either. Well, I mean, granted, I know it's a callback to the Needler and, Halo, yada yada yada.
But even in PvE though, I watched it go up against the yellow health bar. It took away, after the explosion, it took away maybe a quarter health.
Yeah, it's like, you know what we should use instead?
Since the past Warcliffe Coil.
Well, I was going to say, fusion rifles, use a linear fusion rifle, or use... What's the other one? What's the other fusion rifle that's out that's Merciless? Merciless is such a better choice than Telesto could ever hope to be for PvE activities.
Taxic.
No.
Taxic. It was bound to happen. Maybe we'll be defending. Maybe we'll get to see more.
I don't like. No.
Oh.
Alright.
So be it. Cause
All
it's
right.
terror.
I'll try to be a little bit more aggressive. This map does not reward a passive playstyle on attack.
It really doesn't.
In fact, it punishes.
You have to be like super aggressive.
Yeah.
Mega aggro. But
whoa.
Yeah, just with Destiny 2, I wish the game was where Destiny 2 was after Taken King launched.
Like they had everything they needed too. I don't.
Well, the thing is, I get why they wanted to wipe everything and restart, because they said they did go to a new engine. If that is the case, then I will give them the benefit of the doubt in saying that wiping everything is fine. But don't wipe everything and then give us like half of our old exotics back via random means. Like, that just doesn't make sense. It's like, yes, everything was wiped from existence. I mean, you can get it back over the course of a couple hours, but yeah, everything's been wiped from existence completely. Yes, you can now get exotics in the first... What level did you get Knucklehead Radar at? On your Hunter playthrough? Like level 2?
3.
3. The fact that you can get that exotics that early would basically be Chase getting pissed at me because he gets the house on a World Tier 1 mission in the Division.
Well, and then not to mention, I had... Like, as early as Legendary started dropping, I got a freaking Legendary Sword.
Yeah.
And it was like,
and it's
what?
like, alright, well, the quest for the sword is over, now what?
And there was no exotic swords. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that one's a weird one also, because Raze Lighter was like, it was a real great gun for people. People love that shit.
Well, good luck to you.
Get out of here.
Let's go, guys, come on.
Oh god, Symmetra.
Oh god, it's a Symmetra.
They got,
Kill the things, kill the things.
Right.
Do we have a healer?
We did. Yeah, no, we don't, actually.
We have Zen.
I'm gonna go be aggressive, guys.
Whoa.
Hey, man,
Goodbye.
Never mind. I'm gonna go be aggressive, guys.
Bye.
You do you.
I'll...
You stay there.
There you go. Good cap. That's how we do.
Yeah.
See, look, I told you. Rewards and aggressive pro style.
Oof, that hurt.
Through the night.
It's a terrifying time.
Such a good song.
For
anybody who's not aware of what we're talking about, Scooby-Doo and...
Feels bad.
Which one was it? Witch's Ghost?
Yeah.
No, that one.
Oh,
that one was Zombie Island.
Zombie Island. Yeah.
Feels bad.
Yes.
Be good if we had a healer.
I can be heals. I can be heals.
No.
You do the
You're
diva.
better at Diva.
Yeah, you do the diva.
Stick with it.
I like it. You're going places, kid.
Let me prove my worth. Yeah. I killed her. Oh, no, I did not. Okay.
Hey, there's a May behind us.
Oh, really?
Hi, Widow. Come here!
Oh, that's all me. That's
Oh,
all
she's almost
me.
dead. What?
Okay, so I was wrong. That wasn't on me.
Get out of here, Symmetra.
Because it's terror. Anyways, we're not really talking very much.
Yeah, sorry, we got a little bit distracted with the heavy push.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you went Moira. Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, goodbye, Tracer.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's really all that much left to say about Destiny 2. They're talking about wanting to implement fucking... wanting to implement the hidden missions again like they did 5 ever ago. I'm coming after you. Please stop running. Good lord.
Oh, I sent the little Korean flying. No, she's dead. Anyways.
But...
Right. So what's next on the agenda then?
We could talk about the fact that they're adding hidden quests to the game, but I don't know that that really makes that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things.
I think like when they did the last like big dev update or blog post or whatever. What's behind us? I'm getting hit from both directions. It's when they like announced all these new changes, like the it's a May, like the masterwork exotics and stuff. It's like all these things.
The masterwork is actually a really cool feature. I will give them that good on them.
Yeah, I do like the masterwork stuff. Like that, I love it. It works great. It works perfectly as intended.
Yeah, I mean,
old generation
we get is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Farah.
Yeah, like, especially when we're running Golden Gun Nighthawk, like, that's just freaking amazing.
Thanks.
No problem. Get in there, Tim. I got coalescence.
Alright, we win.
Never mind.
GG.
That was great, guys. Nice job.
GG, easy.
I haven't gotten to play more in a while. That went really well for me.
That was pretty good. I didn't know who you were. I was like, I was just saying thanks to whoever was healing me.
Yep. Hey.
Oh,
hey,
boo.
look at that.
You pressed triangle.
Hey, everybody's on fire but the Hanzo. Poor Hanzo.
Damn.
Feels bad, man.
Oh, this is like
I remember this.
Oh yeah, this was the first push. This is what really spurred everything on.
Yeah. It literally allowed me to
soldier. That helped.
It literally allowed me to walk in. That was great. Feels good, man.
And then you and me took out that Symmetra.
Yep.
Anyways. Good medal, Tian.
Teen.
Honestly, I'm okay with Tian learning to become our diva main. God knows we need one until they nerf her. Hopefully they do sometime soon, but whatever.
Blizzard nerf diva? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. They have about as good a chance of nerfing.
They're sooner
Tracer.
to nerf Symmetra. Anyways.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to give Destiny any more screen time than we absolutely have to until they actually do something substantial outside of apologizing like every single player in the Overwatch League when they lose a match. I'm not salty.
I don't understand that. Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Like, it's not like they're letting people down because they lose.
Wait, so is it just like on the team's Twitter account? They're like, "Well, sorry, we didn't win that match," or
no? Basically, I don't know if the team's Twitter accounts are doing it. Cute Bastion. Yes. Got a new player icon. Please look at it.
Oh, is it the like goofy like big head Bastion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the on a lot of players, if they're on a team that loses, it immediately, like from the first game, it goes into the whole, do we want this to be the part of the discussion that's Overwatch League and the issues with that and the good things about it and yada yada yada.
Might as well, we're already into it.
Because I feel like that'd be a swell transition. Segues are fun, but
unless you're actually on one.
I am no Paul Blart.
I look like
I got your
Paul
back.
Blart.
I've got your back, team. Going in. I'm on defense.
Yes.
Dismissed. I don't tolerate defeat. Stay down.
Overwatch League. Toxicity. Pussyfooting around.
Yes.
So we don't need to talk about Canadian Jake Paul. Sorry,
Canadian Logan Paul.
Yeah, Canadian Logan Paul. That's the one I was going for.
Fuck
I mean,
did
they're
that
basically
land? Oh my god!
Landed on top of their house.
It's on the church. It's at the top of the church tower.
Really? Where?
Oh, it just disappeared, but it was up there.
Here, I'll see it on the stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, no kidding. That was weird. Alright, Tien, set up.
Who's Bastion? Right there. Tien, you might want to move a little bit more towards here, towards the back. Because they can come through that door right there.
Right.
So,
Fair.
Oh look, food.
Ooh, hey,
Reaper behind.
There we go. Go ahead. Cover up at the end.
Oh shit.
But yeah, Overwatch League. So there's been some toxic behavior goes on. We really don't need to discuss that at all because it's been talked about till blue in the face, and honestly, our 2 cents isn't going to be different from anybody else's, so why rehash that? I'm going to stay all the way out, Widow, don't mind me.
Hey, Reaper behind. Feels bad.
Yeah.
I'm having terrible tracking.
Reaper's still behind us.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about the Overwatch League, that while it's a lot of fun to watch in a lot of situations, there is an issue that it has, and that's, we've talked about it, basically every single person that watches the Overwatch League thinks that they're the new effect or,
Fleta.
Yeah, Fleta on Widowmaker.
Shawn,
and I can confirm, you're not. If you're in silver or gold, you are not the next Overwatch Pro Widow.
Hell, if you're in Diamond.
I mean, yeah. At least in Diamond, I expect them to be able to hit their shots on average, though, if they're Widow mains. But, not to mention, again, with the new skins having just come out yesterday, we're back in that whole issue of everybody seems to think that if they get a skin and a drop, that means they have to run that character for the foreseeable future. And that is also not true.
I was running Roadhog.
Yeah, but you're actually trying to get better with them. It's not just, oh, I have the skin, so I'm obviously better now. Tien, back up, I got you.
Oh, bitch.
Go ahead. But, yeah, I mean, the Overwatch League, it promotes the same play styles over and over again. God, she's dumb. Why is she just going into your range of fire?
I don't know. She just likes being swatted. Like a little itsy-bitsy fly. Oh, that Widow wants them too.
Oh, it feels bad, man. It feels a little bit better now. Damn it. Shawn, can I get some heal?
Yeah, gotcha, hang on. But, yeah, I mean...
Player behind.
Yeah, the Overwatch League, while I know that's not really their intention, it promotes what I regard as being bad behavior because it's people just using really, I guess, what I would regard as being crummy strats because they're what the pros do, and it's stuff that you typically can't pull off at the lower tiers of the game. And it's irritating seeing that because they're not good enough to pull it off, and I mean, one would argue, well, you're not one to talk, and it's like, well, yeah, but I'm also not a pro. I don't expect myself to be capable of the stuff that they're capable of.
I'm also not
I'd be very short-sighted and wrong. While I will attempt it sometimes, there is a lot of stuff where it just doesn't work for us. Well...
Damn it! Oh well. I got the fair. Wait.
Thank you, Shawn.
I got the fair.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh boy. Oh, feels bad. Bye.
Oh! Ouch!
I saw that coming.
Okay, I'm dead. But overall, the league has been fun to watch. I will say one of the issues with it is the severe imbalance caused by, and this is just honest, any team that isn't Korean being bad. No, that's wrong. That's wrong, and it's not fair at all. Any team that isn't Korean being not nearly as good as the Koreans.
Alright.
I would say is the better way to word that issue. And
yeah, that's fair.
One could argue in true Soulsborne logic, get good, but that doesn't really lend itself well because telling somebody, well, you're bad. I mean, granted, you're like 3,000 SR higher than me. You're terrible at the game and need to be better so that you can beat Seoul or New York or insert other, London.
I mean...
Watch your left.
Yeah.
Tracer.
I mean, there's a certain point where there is just a skill tier higher that the average won't be able to achieve. The hand-eye coordination, the timing, you know, whatever it may be. Ooh, good get, good get.
Oh, I flew into that. Okay.
Jin, you're in a bad spot. I can't really shield you. Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
Anyway, the get good logic doesn't really lend itself well, and it's terrible advice, because mistakes do happen.
Yeah.
Even at the highest tier of things, mistakes happen. I mean, you don't see completely crash-free races in like professional motorsport. It's not a thing that happens. And it's a very toxic way to look at things, especially if you're just a spectator, because, I mean, backseat drivers are always the most right about what they're doing, as everybody well knows.
Anyways,
yeah,
so
you go ahead.
I might have missed it. The whole, like, apologizing for a loss thing, what's the deal about that?
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just something that players feel obligated to do because, and this is purely speculation on my part because I haven't seen anybody giving a genuine reason for it. If somebody happens to figure it out, please let us know.
But they're not like being obligated to do it, right?
Not that I'm aware. There hasn't been anything even hinting to that.
Bitch. Oh.
Sorry, a little bit distracted right now. Things are happening.
Trace behind you.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, hello.
I'm keeping you healed, May.
I know you are.
Lou.
Really? Ooh.
Are you kidding?
But
Shawn, did they kill you?
no, they haven't killed me yet.
Okay, go. Oh, wow. I was taking a lot of damage. Oh boy.
Alright.
Where's that hog?
But yeah, I haven't seen any explanation for it, and my speculation based on just stuff that I've seen, is that they feel like they have an obligation to their fan base and viewership to be completely undefeated the whole season, and that's a very unhealthy mindset to get themselves in, because that's an impossible order for anybody who isn't, you know, so. That was scary. But yeah, I don't know if it's just an unfair expectation, or if... I would say a lot of it is probably on... You see some fans just being toxic as all hell. I would say Dallas is a fine example of that. I don't know how teams like, say, Shanghai, where it's all foreign players and mostly foreign fans, and they've been having performance issues, to say the least. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It doesn't really make sense to me, and I can understand people being really... I'm dead here. I'm not dead here.
Hey, I'm here.
Actually, yeah. There we go. Scary times. Do you have any idea on what might cause that sort of mindset, May?
Snowflakes? No.
Well, okay.
I mean, honestly, like, without trying to cause any controversy, it's the fucking everybody wins mentality. I need to
I don't think that participation... I'm dead. I don't think participation awards should be a thing. I mean, honestly, if everybody's getting rewarded for not doing well, then nobody will ever endeavor to do better. And I think that kind of... I think that kind of idea is just terrible. Because if I were to issue an opinion on the matter, it would be that kind of idea breeds the mentality of people who really don't strive for a whole lot better because they know they're going to get rewarded all the same.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go down yet, May.
Don't die on me.
Nope.
I'm trying, May. I'm trying.
Yes, thank you.
Oof. You got
I
another
just
res
took
on your
that-
pocket?
God damn it.
Still got that res in your pocket?
No.
Alright. Come on, let me respawn.
Damn it.
Come on, Moya. Stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, people should not be rewarded for doing poorly. Even if it's not poorly in the grand scheme of things, if it's poorly in their given field, or poorly considering the tier that they are expected to perform at, they should not get rewarded for it.
Shit.
Because some would regard it as being negative enforcement, and saying that negative enforcement doesn't really bode well for people who are trying to improve. But I personally saw, whether it be in video games or in school or what have you, if somebody told me from a constructive perspective that I'm not performing up to par, here's what you should probably do to improve it, and best of luck, hope you do better next time.
I mean,
That would typically do a lot better than rather than like saying, you know what, here you go, buddy, and giving me like a gold star.
yeah, I mean,
Because
it's,
if I've
it's
been
called
conditioned to
competition
expect
for a
that-
reason.
Yeah, and I
If
mean,
you-
not everybody can win. That's why there are winners and losers, and everybody's a winner doesn't work in a game where there's losers.
Because here's the thing.
Now, granted,
And if you
like
ever
let's say just for reference, just real quick,
Mhm.
so I don't lose my thought because we know how good I am at that. Let's say that New York loses to a team. I don't see it being likely outside of like Seoul or London, but say they lose to a team.
looks so good.
Fame fucking carries the shit out of them because that's just expected at this point. I don't think he should feel bad. If anything, I think that them as a team, because much like Blizzard so often tells us, Blizzard or Overwatch is a team game. It's not based on individual performance unless you're in platinum or below. But
Whoa there.
again, what is it? No tilt. Hashtag no tilt.
It almost sounded like you were throwing, but we didn't say no shade.
Do the damn right.
That's the difference, my boy.
Yes, there is.
Spooky.
But as far as that type of thing goes, I just, in a situation like that, he shouldn't feel bad about his gameplay because he did well. And granted, the word still comes up on screen, defeat, and it goes down as a loss for him on the books. He doesn't necessarily have to feel like a loser. He can still feel like a winner that just had a rough week. I mean, I guess a small example, personally for me, would be the Eagles having lost to the Cowboys in one of the late season games.
Yeah.
Like they have a great freaking record. They're going to the Super Bowl this year. Hooray! But yeah, it's like that's a game where you can be like, you know what, whatever. It's like just get it out of the way, get it on, and do better next time. And that's something that I'd like to see a lot more rather than this whole, oh my gosh, we really need to be better as a team. I'm so sorry we let everybody down. We'll never do it again. You obviously will, because that's what happens. People make mistakes. Humans have error. It's it's a part of existence.
Yeah.
But the general, I don't know. I've never understood the everybody wins mentality because I honestly love competition.
Yeah. It's the only way to improve.
As somebody who, yeah.
If you
like,
listen,
I've been a firm proponent of like how Japanese schools are a good example. I don't know how they do it many other places. I just know for a fact Japanese schools, for the most part, have ranking systems on major exams, and they actually post the results of the highest scorers. Well, I guess just of the people in general and where they score on a test compared to their classmates. Having a board there that tells me, okay, well, here's how good the best is doing. Here's how much I need to improve to be the best. That's a great idea. Because that's how that was my thing in the past, was using other people as a measuring stick of how much can I improve.
I wanna be the very best.
Like, nobody ever the fuck was.
No one ever was.
Um...
The shit on them is my real test. I don't know where I'm going with that. Oh.
It's okay, I got your back.
Wee.
Oh, careful! I said the word beat. Somebody will get tilted. Just on the triggered snowflake discussion. No, I'm ignoring that.
Whoa.
I don't think that's a very fair way to word things.
You need to back out, Tien.
Bye, Rhodey. Thank you.
Ooh.
A little close for comfort, but you know.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you listen to any professional athlete talk about, you know, quotes or anything of the sort, they all roughly will say the same thing. You don't learn or gain anything from a victory. Your greatest your greatest lessons come from losses, because that's where you learn to improve.
Yeah. I mean, if I had somebody telling me that I was doing swell every single time that I made a tactical error on something that I was trying to do properly, I would never improve. Yeah. Like, I don't need people patting me on the back and telling me that things are going to be okay. I'm somebody who's confident enough in my ability to improve that I don't have to worry about that. And I know that not everybody can, like, have that level of confidence about, like, self-improvement and whatnot, but I mean, that's not necessarily expected or anything, but it'd be nice to see people actually actively trying to better themselves rather than just, what's a good way to word it? Falling into their comfort zone? Like, if everybody's telling them that things are going to be okay, they don't got to worry about improving themselves?
Their safety room.
Yeah, that's a...
My thing is, you learn from failure. That's how you learn to grow, that's how you learn to improve. You figure out what you did wrong, you change it, and then you move forward. But if you give everybody a award for just participating, then they don't know whether they did good or whether they didn't do good.
Yeah, but there's also the other side of it where if you go, and I'm not quoting anybody in particular, or sorry, not referencing anybody in particular, I'm just saying in the general scheme of things, if you go on stream and start bawling your eyes out and saying, I just don't know how this happened, it never should have happened, we're so much better than this. It's like, well, yes, you might be, you aren't in that moment, and you need to learn how not to be not that good in that moment, and remedy it.
Let's just get everybody healed back up real fucking quick. Damn you.
Oof. Thank you, Reels. Oh, hi. Thank you.
But yeah, as humans, and I mean, it should be human nature. It technically is in a lot of ways, although that seems to have fallen by the wayside, at least in this day and age for people around our age on average, because that's what I know that this applies to the most. People need to always be striving for self-improvement because that's how people make progress. That's how people become better people. If I just was like, if I just became contented with the way that I was, I'd be in a really bad way because, I mean,
yeah,
I've improved myself so much over time, and to try to go back to that and just be perfectly okay with it, I'm not about that.
Oh shit, I did not mean to do that.
Nice.
I don't know what that Reaper was doing, but
Me either.
His best.
But yeah, so we covered at least a light bit on League and on the whole apologizing for every match thing and avoided talking about the toxic nobodies. What's next on the docket? Do we want to talk Monster Hunter and how interesting that's going to be? Tien, I know you'd be interested in that conversation.
Yeah.
Shut up, RE3 vendor.
What do you want, stranger?
Stranger.
I want you to choke yourself.
You didn't even
With
freaking
my
die.
hand.
Look at that.
Don't touch me.
More.
Don't touch me.
I level up. No.
But yeah, so Monster Hunter World, it releases, it's Wednesday
releases
evening.
on-
It releases
It releases
what?
Friday. So in 2 days.
Friday, yes.
Well, a
So
day.
2 more days, and oh my god, am I excited for this game?
I want to play the fuck out of that game, dude.
I have no exposure to the game outside of the beta. Like, I knew the Monster Hunter series existed, going all the way back as far as like early 2000s Tips and Tricks magazines, which had like game guides and cheat codes.
A lot of the things about
That's
Monster
my only
Hunter
exposure.
is like people are like, some people are comparing it to Dark Souls. They're just saying like, oh, it's just like Dark Souls. I'm like, no, it's fucking not.
No, it's not.
This
don't
game
know
was
why- I don't
way
know why
before
Dark
Dark
Souls-
Souls.
Everything is
Yeah.
everything of Dark
Yeah.
Souls.
Monster Hunter, the Dark Souls, like got the idea from Monster Hunter.
I will say they are two very different games.
They are
Yeah.
vastly different games. So like, oh, you just hit monsters and dodge. I'm like, there's just more to it than that.
Well, okay.
Besides finding
you
loot-
know what the basic thing is that's like people are drawing the comparison of is there's
difficulty.
boss type enemies. It's obviously a Dark Souls clone. Like that's the point that the internet's gotten to at this point.
Yeah,
Any
and
game
then
that has
I'm
a
like,
boss
no,
in it is
there's
a
a
Dark Souls
big
clone.
fucking difference between these two games.
Well, it's
I
like
just
when
hate that
but
they
you
just
can heal.
compare it to that.
You can heal yourself. It's exactly like Dark Souls. You have swords. See, Dark Souls.
well, it's like
I
like
will
when
murder
the
everybody.
it's like when the Insane Trilogy came out for Crash Bandicoot. It's like, oh, it's the fucking Dark Souls of platformers. It's like,
No.
what?
Like, what are
Okay,
you
now
smoking?
hang on. Stormy Ascent is the Dark Souls of
Fuck
platform.
Stormy Ascent, dude. I'm so glad I fucking perfect ran it.
Yeah,
But
I
back
couldn't
to-
be
All
bothered.
boxes,
Topic at
bonus
hand.
level.
Yeah. It's
Anyways.
topic at hand.
Like even though the beta only offered a couple of monsters and stuff, like people are just like, I don't understand this game. It's so clunky and like it's so like hard. That's just because you're a fucking casual, bro.
Well,
Okay,
the
I will
thing
say
is, it
I
is-
wouldn't have had nearly as much fun with it if I hadn't had you to sort of guide me
Well,
through
that's the
having
thing,
done a
exactly.
series of them.
Like people just need that little oomph to get to know the game. Of course, people are gonna say, "Oh, it's clunky because of camera angles." Well, because you don't know how to play the fucking game. Of course, it's
Yeah.
gonna feel clunky to you.
My biggest issue with it is sometimes the beasts get all mixed up on the fucking, like, if there's like a small ledge, they're like, their bodies get all janked up on it, but that's more into the programming than the actual game itself.
Right.
Alright, let's go Captain Point.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Tiana, I'll let you take the reins on this one, and I'll just provide backup.
Well, okay. I forgot what I was saying because I was shooting, killing people.
As we do. That's part of the drag of the gameplay and.
Yeah, so people were like giving all sorts of like, complaint. They're just complaining about the gameplay and stuff like that. And another thing about this thing is not running at like, you know, 1,000,000 FPS and the graphics
Yeah.
aren't good. I'm like, you don't need, like, it's been said all over the internet and it doesn't need to be, you know, said again. But I'm gonna say it here again, just cause you don't need, you know, FPS to make a game fun. That's just not how a game works.
Right.
That's not how a game ever works.
I mean, Undertale is
People
one of the
seem to
most
think
popular
that-
games of
People seem to
2016.
think that refresh. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. You had it first.
Saying,
Fuck.
you know, people talk about, oh, it's not 60 frames per second, oh, it's not 4K. It's like, you motherfuckers were talking about how great Undertale was 2 years ago. Like, don't tell me graphics are the most important
How
thing
great
about a
Cuphead
game.
is currently.
Dude,
Yeah, don't
fucking
worry, I get what
Cuphead
you're
is
saying.
Amazing.
Like,
What
it's
is
just
this?
like unnecessarily bashful like against the game that they've like only picked up, you know, a couple of times the beta, and they say that the beta was boring. I mean, obviously, it's not the full fucking game, and you're not going
Right.
to get the full content because it's a fucking beta.
Now, I will say, one issue that I do have with betas in JRPG games, and me and they were talking about this not too long ago, is they seem to just throw you in without any caution at all. They're just like, I mean, you're obviously a series veteran, you know exactly what to do. There isn't anybody new that's going to be coming to this game,
But,
so
of
that's
course,
what you
but,
have a nice day.
Yeah, that's I mean, almost like I hate saying this, but almost like Dark Souls, you know. Yeah, eat the words out of my mouth, right? What it's saying is like, yeah, you don't know how to play the game unless you experience it for yourself, and that's what I encourage people to do. This game now that it's on consoles, because it used to only be on
2006.
Actually PlayStation 2. I remember.
PlayStation 2.
It was 2006.
PlayStation 1. I can't remember if it's either 1 or 2. I might be wrong on one of those.
It was on PS2. Monster Hunter 1 and 2 were on PS2.
Oh, okay, so it was on PlayStation 2. So yeah, that was the last console one, and every other one's beyond that has been on like Nintendo DS and whatnot.
Right.
So them coming up with this has been like a fantastic idea.
Yeah, granted, I will say it does present some issues because they haven't coded for a console game in a long time, and console presents its own issues, but it also has a lot of.
I mean, from all the footage I've seen, from playing the beta, from seeing how the gameplay is going to work on the 3 worlds that I've seen, it's not a problem. I mean, it's Capcom. Right. They've built games for consoles.
And now that, like, being like a Monster Hunter fan, like, them putting it on the console was the best idea they've gotten, because, like, it'll make the fan base grow more. Yeah, being on next gen. It was just saying that it'll get all my friends, like you guys, that I've introduced Monster Hunter to, and it's bringing you guys into, actually wanting to play the game, and, and I have some people to play with. Because used to, it would just be me and Chris playing the game, and the French people, because French people love this game for whatever reason.
Dude, it's huge in Japan too.
Yeah, no, I'm not being wrong with that. You can ask any other Monster Hunter fan, they're like, yeah, there's an abundance of fucking French people, and we don't, and they just love the fucking game. But anyway, like I said before, it's opened up like more windows for like being a game it's fucking awesome to play, and you get to play it with your friends.
Yeah.
And being the Gimple as simple as it is, if you're just looking at it from a technical standpoint, you just hunt monsters.
My ass.
Oh, okay. Well,
I will say, there's one thing that they need to do, and that's if I were to issue a complaint with not just the beta, but if the full game doesn't offer it, the fact that we had to come up with all these hidden combos for weapons is at the very least a little bit irritating. Even games like Dead or Alive, which are entirely based on button combos, even they have like alright, here's how you do everything, you can go practice it if you like, so you at least know how to do the shit that you need to do in order to functionally kill at the most potential.
Well, I mean, there's only 3 buttons, and it tells you up in the top right corner, like, as you push the button, what the next one you can push to do what.
I don't think they're actually hidden.
Fuck.
You just have to basically practice with the weapon. That's not like,
right, but like the charge blade thing, easy. Where we had where it took like freaking 3 betas to figure out exactly how to optimize the damage out of the weapon.
All right.
Like, I was a little bit bothered by that. I feel like there are some things they could do to speed along the process a little bit.
I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
Like the fact that we had to. I get it. There's a whole lot of trial and error. Let me switch characters. I'm getting way too distracted with this playstyle. I don't know. I don't want a game that's handholdy. I mean, obviously, I play Dark Souls. I play Nioh. I enjoy them both. I don't need a game that's handholdy because I already have games like that.
Well, I mean, as far as handholdy, I mean, Monster Hunter, like Dark Souls.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that, like, what I'm getting at is, I wish it were a little bit more clear. It sort of feels like the I Am Sets. I keep thinking that because that's the precursor to it. The Lost Sphere demo. It's like there's so much that's vague and poorly explained, and don't get me wrong, like I said, I don't want a game that just tells me literally everything.
I think if you give a little bit more time, Shawn, things will be a lot more clear, especially when the game's coming out.
Well, I mean,
I do understand where you're coming from. Yeah, it's somewhat vague.
I'm assuming the full game itself will have a better tutorial. I'm just saying the beta, because that's the only experience I have with Monster Hunter so far, outside of seeing a couple of game guides from 2002. I feel like the beta doesn't explain things properly, and it doesn't. Now, what is properly in a beta, who the hell knows?
You have the practice zone you can go into and screw around with stuff, and she'll kind of walk you through and tell you stuff. And as you do each mission, she'll give you the basic rundown of the creatures and like what the flies will do and stuff. Oh, Triss wasted her pulse.
I think he's talking about weapons in general. Which I do have to say, of course, it did take, even though it's different controls, it did take me a little bit of time to relearn the weapon moves. But shit. But yeah.
Fuck me. Shawn, you're the only one there.
Roger.
We gotta get on point. I keep losing matches.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get a kill. I've been able to get a bunch of damage, but the Moor is out healing me anytime I go in there. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not really concerned about
But yeah, I'm interested to see how Monster Hunter plays out. I like games that have a huge RPG and upgrading element. Like, that's a huge deal to me. I've been wanting a game that's like that for a while now, considering, you know, Destiny 1's by the wayside and Destiny 2 does not have that.
Yeah.
I know, I just can't agree that the game doesn't explain, like, things properly, because, I mean, I understood it, and I got down the game, I got the, you know, controls down,
I will say,
one
thing about it that I have an issue with, and I feel like it'll smooth out as the game goes on and we get better at it, but the combat on almost every weapon feels slow.
You gotta get used to it.
Unless you're on, like, well, yeah, but I mean, just as an outsider looking in, who's getting to test the game for the first time, if it wasn't for the fact that everybody's getting it and it looks like a lot of fun, everything I've seen, even from people that know what they're doing on the game, the combat looks and feels slow. It feels like Dark Souls 1 combat. Again, not to draw comparisons between it and Dark Souls 1, I'm just talking the pacing. It feels like things just aren't happening very fast.
Yeah.
And for a game like that where you're fighting these fucking behemoth-level monsters, some of which are able to attack you instantly, it feels like it's got a little bit of a sluggishness issue.
I mean, there's fast weapons and then there's the heavy weapons. And the fast weapons, they feel...
Even like the dual blade and the insect glaive, unless you're doing everything perfectly, things tend to feel kind of slow.
I have to disagree. I think, I mean, basing on the size...
I'm not saying on how the game will be or how it is. I'm saying based on everything that I've seen online and everything that I've played myself, it feels slow.
Yeah. And coming from the game, people from the people who have played the game, I think the combat has improved a little bit.
Okay.
Seeing from playing from the DS, I wish I can just show you the game on the DS and compare it to the game now. I say it's a huge improvement. Like more combos, especially with a charge blade. That little trick, that little step-by-step trick I told you about. Expending the supercharge quickly rather than doing that multi-step process. In the DS game, there's no way you can do that, and the fact that they've like the big quality of update, like, you know, things that they changed with throughout the game has been, you know, it's been pretty much a big game changer. Transitioning from the DS to the console game. saying that the game is like kind of sluggish. I mean,
Symmetra.
maybe I could see it because like the weapons are inhumanely huge for us humans to bear. And that's just looking at it from the aesthetic view. Ooh, that was a really bad. I got Symmetra in there too.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But yeah, I mean, if the game acted faster, and again, it'll probably just come from practice.
What do you mean by faster? That's something I don't understand. Like
okay, the combat feels very quick.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about okay. Yeah, I don't think you can compare those two games.
Well, no, I know. I'm just saying, as far as combat with swords go, regardless of the size of the weapon, the combat just does not feel quick.
I don't think it can be like from other games that we've played in the game and we've seen in this game. Like that kind of fast-paced action does not happen. I'll tell you that much.
All right.
Yeah, if you want like that fast-paced gaming is sort of if you're not wielding like a really light weapon, I could see that being something that can't be done in this game. I'm not sure what. Let's see. Because the way the game's played is not meant to be like super fast-paced.
Right. It just seemed like it presented itself that way, and that's why it caught me off guard that it wasn't. It was a misjudgment on my part, but the game seems like it would greatly benefit from the quicker speed, but that's just my opinion, again, as an outsider looking in.
I understand, and I think that's just like that. I think that there's a preference towards that. I think you can be faster if you picked a faster weapon, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's oh jeez, I'm gonna die. I'm on the ground. I need a out. Nope, yep. And like now I get what you're saying though. Like yeah, this game I don't think is meant to be played that way. Yeah.
No fucking way. She was not anywhere near me. Anyways.
Get that widow out of here, dude.
Every game, dude. Every motherfucking game. Alright.
But yeah, if that's not the way that it's meant to be played, then so be it. Gotcha, Mac.
Here, let's charge your EMP up a little. What do you think?
Works for me.
There we go. Oh. Ooh, bitch.
I will say this though, despite all the things, I really think this game's going to be really good for us, though. The game that we've been looking for.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Hey guys, get on point.
Alright. Bitch.
Jesus Christ, Hanzo.
God damn it. My elims are trash, but my damage is great. Anyways, yeah.
Hey,
We'll just...
health pack down mid is hacked.
Alright. Yeah, before you know it, we'll...
And I have EMP.
Before you know it, we'll have multiple hours buried into that game.
I mean, like I've said, I'm counting on that.
Hanzo's won. Fuck. Oh, of course he gets it back right when he's fucking one shot. Good job, Zen. Get on point. Get on point. TM barrage them when they come in.
I can't, because... God, I'm trying, like, to stay up in the air, but, like, I keep running out of jet.
There you go.
There we go.
Nice shot, guys.
I'll claim that victory. The fucking teacup.
What?
Oh, I thought I got it. Is he gonna cap? This is gonna be him capitalizing on my kills, damn it. Yeah, look, hack.
What?
I'm cooking down the hog. Yeah, see? That's just on my nonsense.
He didn't even get... Whatever, I'm giving it to you.
I thought so.
Well, apparently the team agreed.
Alright.
But yeah, so we got Monster Hunter covered. And browse back in here.
Oh, I'm like minimal. That hurts.
Okay.
Feels bad.
There's one that I wanted to kind of discuss because I've been seeing stuff on it. There are 2 games that have been in early access for almost 4 years that this year are apparently going to see full releases.
Oh, PUBG?
Oh.
Sorry, if we count that, technically December, 3 games. That one's only been in early access for the better part of a year, though.
Right.
But I'm specifically referring to the DayZ standalone, which is also getting a console release, apparently. And also, Rust just announced that they were going to be coming out of early access.
That game.
I'm just waiting.
February 8th.
I'm waiting for Conan to come out. That's the
Exile?
yeah. That's the survival game I'm going for. Not really.
Well, okay, we can talk survival games in a second because there's a to discuss.
The Forest.
No, we'll get there. But yeah, right here, looks like Rust is going to be considered full release on February 8th, 2018, although they promise continued updates for the foreseeable future. I'll take their word for it. Apparently, let's see here, early access differs for, as per the developer, Gary Newman from the Rust development team, Face Punch. They said that
Face Punch.
They started creating it in 2013 and they released it in December 2013 as early access. Well, it shows because in December 2013 it was a really terrible game. They said it differs for each game. For Rust, we hadn't decided on the exact direction of the game, and we wanted to explore that with an active player base. I'll say, as an aside, part of the issue that I seem to have with Rust is the fact that they do not know what it's supposed to be as a game. Like, they've changed it so many times, and I think DayZ has been changed more because they've been altering it so much. And when Womble eventually puts out that video down the road that he's doing of DayZ, that'll be a good watch for anybody interested. But it's probably not going to be out for at least another month. And odds are it's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 2.5 hours.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's a huge project. Each segment of video is between, I think, 20 and 35 minutes, and he's doing 10 segments. That's where it is. It might end up condensed, but I feel like that'd lose some of the information. Anyway, it's like they've changed so many things about the game so often. It's sort of like Overwatch. It's like they're not happy with things being what they regard as being stale. And stale can also be solid. That's allowed. Old Mercy. Old Diva. Much as it pains me to say that. Balance.
No.
Not
by any
not
means.
400 armor Diva. 200 armor Diva
No
without
missiles.
micro missiles. Yeah.
She doesn't need it. I feel like people would
Yeah.
stop being so aggressive with her if they took them away.
Well, that's the thing. She's.
Hello.
I'll get there. But so like I think a good example is. I can't speak for Rust so much because I only know so much of the development process, but knowing what I know about DayZ, a fine example is how, for a time, they didn't even have zombies implemented.
Really? So it's just a generic survival?
Yeah, basically. Hello. But yeah, that's the thing. They didn't have any sort of real point. It ended up being from, again, a lot of what I'm quoting here is going to be stuff that Womble has said without going too much into detail so as to spoil the content of his videos. But the one of the big things that was pointed out was the fact that the game, once you get to a point, and we saw that in 7 Days to Die when we glitched the hell out of it and started duping shit. You get to a point where you have a super base with attack choppers and vehicles and an armory full of guns, and then all you're doing is sitting in the base because there's no reason to go out and explore. There's nothing that can be rewarded to you that's better than what you already have. Therefore, all you're doing is trolling people that try to come and invade your base. And at that point, it stops being a well-made survival game, and it starts being just an absolute slog of a thing where it's like camping simulator. Oh, there's a widow on top of a building for reference.
Yeah.
Thank you. They have a Pharaoh? What? Oh, right.
I stepped out at the wrong time.
Oh, you found the scatter arrow? I think it was meant for me. Wow. That should have killed me or Hog. I'm just gonna wait here for a minute, man.
Yeah, there's an orb for you guys. Alright.
But
God damn.
we get a lot of damage going out. We might want to try for the flank spot in a minute.
Yeah. Well, if you can get in there with Sombra. We're getting bodied.
I'm not gonna feed them anymore. I'm gonna jump. But
Yo, Hog just made a big push.
really? Alright. Well, are we on point?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming. One of theirs already left. God, I hate people on this game, dude.
Hey. Not everybody's
Thanks,
a
bro.
piece of shit.
No, but on the average, in quick play.
Yeah. Well, it's because they don't have to. They don't have to stick around. If they're gonna throw a tantrum, then they can just leave. Let someone else deal with the problem.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they don't leave our team unless they're doing good and then get tanked. If they're doing bad, they stay on our team permanently and refuse to leave.
Alright.
Nice.
Just gonna back up a little bit. Let's finish this cap strong.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, Hog.
McCree, huh?
Nope.
Oh.
Ow.
Guys,
Alright.
you can't C9 like that. Tracer's just running the field.
And now their Diva's back already. Man, and we had it too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't know what happened.
People got it.
I think the Feral. Oh my god, come on, guys. It's literally there. It's literally there. Our hog tried so hard, dude. That was a good effort. Oh, watch for somebody behind. That's a bit of a risk right now.
He's solo. Oh, I'm just gonna scatter.
Oh, that sucks.
Wow. Seriously.
So where were we? My train of thought kind of derailed. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision.
God damn it.
Alright, glad to know it hit all of us. Let's see here.
I have a feeling there's about to be a nuke. You say you require healing, but then you just went and jumped in the fucking fool.
Let me find it, because I have the article brought up here for a second.
What were we going was it Daisy who we were going on about?
Oh, yeah, it was early access games and things of that nature.
Oh, they have more right now. Wow, what the fuck? Where did my health go? Let's watch.
The Way of the Dodo.
Okay.
Perhaps a new methodology is required.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, like just out of curiosity, what's everybody here's opinion on early access titles?
Depends.
Yeah, it depends what it is.
What's the circumstance there?
If they just want people to actually give feedback, not try and pass it off as, oh yeah, our game's ready to go, here, pay us $40, then I'm good with it. But like with PUBG, that's not a full fucking title.
No, it almost, I mean, let's be honest, it is. But it basically feels like a mod for an existing game.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the Arma mod, but there was an Arma Battle Royale mod that I can't remember the name of.
I'm pretty sure it was just Battle Royale.
We must all make sacrifices in the name of science.
And everybody's dead. I'm just gonna wait here.
They got a really good McCree. Oh, and he's teabagging? Come on. You were doing good. You were actually playing really well, and now you're just being a shitbag. What a toxic asshole.
Let's see if he actually groups up. Oh wow, he actually fucking turned back. Unbelievable.
But... yeah, you know what? Do we want to discuss bad behavior, specifically toxic behavior? Because I feel like that's something that, even though it's always addressed, everybody seems to forget the details, so they need it readdressed.
What do you mean?
Just the distinct lack of anybody having any sort of tact or common courtesy in video games.
I mean, it's whatever. People are gonna be assholes. It's nothing you can do about it.
I'm not dead yet.
People who feel the need to grief or troll, you know, it's like they have that side of a life that, you know, the only time they can be a piece of shit is in some video game, one way or another. There we go. Better push.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah.
I think I walked over like 15 platforms just now because I was standing on the little lip where the platform passes over it.
Hey.
Hey.
I wish I had that new highlight intro now.
Don't you have
Yeah,
coins
see,
still?
look. Yeah, I still got 3K.
Weird.
Really, that wasn't great.
You would have hit more headshots than that.
It's alright.
Yeah, that wasn't a great one. My final one with the tac visor, I thought would have gotten it, but it's okay. But yeah, I don't. Anyway, not get off of that. There's no point in there's no point in going too deep into toxicity outside of what everybody already knows.
Everybody knows what it is.
Yep. Why you gotta be so toxic? Just so we can reference that situation because I love talking about it with how funny it was. That comp match we joined, and Kai was playing Reinhardt and had like Mercy in his that he was grouped up with, and immediately we're in the spawn room of Volskaya and he's like 3 DPS, and we're on attack by the way. It's like 3 DPS. I just want to leave right now, and I was like, why you gotta be so toxic?
So toxic.
Did we won that, didn't we? We ended up pulling that one out on defense because I switched Bastion and they just never countered me.
Yeah. That's what he got for being toxic.
Fucking toxic. See, he would have lost 50 SR. Lord. But
Yeah. I was like, you haven't even. I don't remember what he said. I was like, you need to wait at least 3 minutes so that way when you leave it screws us all over. Don't reset the match. He goes, I'll give you 2.
and after 2 minutes, you called him out on it, and he just wasn't talking.
Yeah, because he wasn't doing anything, and we kind of fucking dominated and steamrolled the first point. I was like, hey, your 2 minutes is up.
So, just as far as positive news go, can we talk about how great God of War looks?
Oh yeah,
I'm
looks
so
really
excited.
good.
It looks like a lot of fun. Like words can't even begin to describe how shiny that game looks. And as somebody who genuinely hated the first 3,
See, I find it ironic because after watching it, that's when I was like, yes, this is a God of War.
well, yeah, but I will say, I love mythology. I really do. Whether it be Norse, Greek, Roman, what have you, Japanese, I don't care. Mythology really interests me because legends and folklore like that are just deluxe.
See, I was always in to Greek/Roman mythology. So the first 3 the God of Wars on the PSP and the other ones, the main titles, I was really into. I dug them. I've always wanted to know more. I've always wanted to know more about Norse mythology. So like learning the names and kind of getting their positions and stuff, and gonna be really helpful. Learning the different mythical creatures.
Man, I really need a fucking cookie.
You know what? I think we really need a Scottish folklore game. They got some fucked up shit.
What was Witcher? Like German?
No,
was it based on German? Or was it like
Scandinavian?
See, it's got elements of a bunch of things.
Swedish. Geralt.
I'm not a dwarf.
Some
He's
European.
a dwarf.
I am not the dwarf. You are a dwarf.
Reaper.
Yeah, I can't remember. Damn it, I know what it is too, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I feel like it incorporates a bunch of different elements of European folklore, because you have things like the crones, you have Cyclopses, which falls back Cyclopses, which falls back into Greek and Roman. Yeah. So I think it's just a.
Well, I mean, Cyclopses were also a part of Japanese mythology too.
I mean, yes, but you didn't really see them too much in Europe, in general European. Yeah.
Do you fucking mind, you bitch?
You fucking mind?
You fucking NIMBY?
God, everybody's gonna go out this game.
What?
There's a Widow off in the distance, everybody.
Reaper's just staring at the ground over there.
Well, tell him not to. What do you want me to do about it?
Enemy Reaper, like, he's just staring at the ground.
No, he's chasing me.
Really?
He was staring at the ground.
He's chasing me. Our Roadhog's just kind of sitting at the gas station, so... Alright, well, we're gonna lose.
We must find a way.
Or a man down. So...
I mean, hey, it's Overwatch. We're always at least one man down.
Dig down.
Yeah, you can really tell because we always get a Widow on our team.
Our hog's gone. Fuck off, man.
Dig down. I'm trying to find safe.
Not that I don't deserve that, but...
To be fair.
Is that a Winston that we have?
Tis.
You're gonna fucking die.
When it comes to an end, you can only see red. You must find a way.
You find a way.
Walk the payload. Oh, feels bad.
You fucking what, Reaper?
Unfortunate, my dude. Unfortunate.
But,
oh. Whoa.
You know what? Dig Down really is a fun song. Like, I know some people that really don't like that sound from Muse, like the synth heavy. Like, I know you're an example of that, May. You're not completely against it, but it's not really your thing.
Yeah.
But, like, the slow droning synth heavy, sort of like Madness, is a good example of that. But I find it to be really relaxing in songs where I don't, or in music where I don't typically get that.
She fucking would. Fucking out of here. See ya, bud. I don't know why they changed it to where in Wraith form he fucking gets his ammo back. That kind of felt like a really unnecessary change.
Hey.
Yeah. Trish
There you go.
left.
Yep.
Oh, right, your Widow. I forgot it. Oh,
Aw, damn it. She's low.
I'm trying to think of a way I can get around her.
That little cunt.
Sneaky fashion.
I mean, you're gonna have to be more specific. Have you seen the roster for this game?
No. Oh, that's why. She's partnered up with the Reaper. The Reaper told her. Nice. Ooh, bitch, you're nasty. Alright, guess I'm the intended target on the fucking Winston. Flatten her.
Kidding me. Wow.
Flatten her.
Jesus.
I better see your tag on the left, Shawn. God damn it.
She shouldn't have been able to hit me like that. Oh. She's just quick scoping. That's how I was getting hit so quickly.
Fucking bitch, she's just waiting for me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I personally think that Widow's charge speed on her bullets need to be slowed down a little bit.
It only seems to be the enemy Widow where they're fucking...
Oh, you mean like how I can headshot a Reaper at, like, after charging for a full second and he not die, but they can quick scope me as basically any character.
Yeah.
Hashtag no tilt.
There was a
But-
warning.
I suppose there was.
Mercy, you stupid motherfucker.
Get him, May.
Oh my god.
Oh, she's dead.
Where's their Widowmaker at?
What the fuck? I was missing 40 health and he one-shot me. Still not been able to move the payload?
No.
Tien, Reaper's in here.
Gotcha, May.
Yeah, that Widow's on me. I have nowhere to fucking... Oh, I know where the health pack is. Feels bad.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
Mercy! Are you fucking kidding me right now?
No.
Oh, she was right
Let's see.
there looking at me.
I mean, it's quick play. We've been over this.
There's the lever.
Are you for real?
Whatever.
Oh, that was the same lever we had earlier. Like the one that was AFK and got kicked.
Was it?
Yeah. We had second
Okay.
lever.
Nobody died? Cool. Cool.
Now you got the Widow.
Oh, where the fuck was she hiding?
I don't know.
Man, if only we
She's
had a
probably the
fucking
furthest
healer.
away and most likely to be killed because logic.
Probably. Too bad we didn't have a healer that entire match.
Hashtag no tilt. Hey, pull us.
No, I'm gonna watch you get packed.
The fuck was that last shot?
Back of the skull.
See, because on my screen, when I got hit, I was halfway to my fucking destination. But I know that netcode's hard, so I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
But the, God, the fucking spike going through Reinhardt's head. So what was the other? I guess Code Vein is a big one that I'm really looking forward to because, well, Dark Souls is getting a remaster. Unless they go to the Dark Souls 3 engine, I really have no reason to play that game. Because
Right.
I feel, again, and another unpopular opinion, Tien, you're out?
Yeah, I'm just stepping out right now.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm not leaving, but like I'm just.
I
Done
got
with Overwatch, yeah.
Dark Souls
Yeah.
2, I believe to be a horrible slog of a game. And considering it contributes virtually none to the storyline established in 1 and 3, I basically don't even regard it as being part of a series, sort of like Bloodborne.
Right.
Not to mention, I really just hate the game. It's got just way too many bosses. I think the count on the bosses counting for DLC in Dark Souls 2 is like 41. And one of everybody's favorite was the Gank Squad. I can't remember what their actual name is, but it's like 3 humanoid-sized.
Squad.
It's 3 humanoid-sized bosses at once that basically act like invaders, and they'll all group up on you and start swinging giant swords and hammers at you. it's rough. It's rough to watch for a pro.
Was
like,
that in Bloodborne or did Dark Souls?
No, that's Dark Souls 2.
Oh, I've never played that game because
Yeah.
I hated it, honestly.
It's really not good, and it's just so. Again, that comes back to it being slow. Like, you watch the professionals, and it's freaking slow. Then you go back to watching Dark Souls 1, and the parry animation. You'll slowly swing a shield at something, block its sword, it'll stumble and slowly fall down and land on its ass, and then you run a sword through it for the repost. And it's like, Christ alive, I know it's an old game, but I mean, Ninja Gaiden, Tenchu, Onimusha, all of them were fairly fast-paced games when they needed to be. Andrew, you ask that literally every stream. You are not here.
It's funny the first time.
Andrew? The Andrew that we know?
Yeah, he's watching the stream.
It's like all the do you know the ways?
No, I don't.
It's
I don't
adorable.
care to know the way. The way can go fuck itself.
Adorable and cute the first couple times, but then, you know, a week later after the 900th time, it's like...
It exploded.
It's like loud does not equal funny. Repeating a funny joke does not equal still funny. Torbjorn. Oh, it's that widow again.
Oh, now it's a different widow.
Oh, I thought it was the same name.
Nah.
Too many goddamn Novos.
But yeah, with the remaster of Dark Souls 1 on the horizon, I'll be interested to watch the people who speedrun that game play it. And I'm not even getting into the conversation of people thinking that all Dark Souls is just glitching through the map, because I mean, it's not. That's only a small portion.
I just watched a Hanzo arrow wrap around a wall to come hit me.
Thank you.
Yeah. Why? Sorry, why would you do that?
Good lord. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Can we kill that freaking Torb already? One might ask if I just solo ulted that widow. My response would be, yes, I just solo ulted that widow. My accuracy right now.
Yeah. He's not a very good Tor with it.
What about Rigatoni?
I feel like he's only playing Tor
Pasta?
because he got the Magni skin. Because he's not very good. Oh.
Oh wow, I actually got 2 kills with that? Man, that was luck. But, I mean, Andrew, you're watching May right now. That's incredible. That was within 180 million miles of me and didn't blow me up. Hacks.
I have a Bastion.
Where?
Running around. God damn. Oh. I'm on point alone. Scary.
the Widow's mad. Good point, Andrew. Good point.
How? Tapping into
Carefully
my
and probably
Native
with a
American
sport.
roots. He was fucking in sentry mode.
We must all make sacrifices in the name of science. Enemy turret ahead. Allow me to repair the damage. Injured again. Best round. One. Touch from afar.
Bitch. Ruining my day.
Just random arrow spam.
What are you gold
Skills.
with?
Am I gold? It's not much. Maybe 8. Not. I'm silver with 9.
Same.
Gold damage.
Bronze damage, gold healing, bronze objective kills, silver healing, or elims. I'm guessing Sombra then.
So let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the big one that I wanted to talk about and just never got around to is Ubisoft's new policies. Well, not policies so much as just the way they're doing things as far as games go. And part of it stemmed from, like me thinking to talk about it, stemmed from seeing that Sony is going to be offering people refunds on their pre-orders of The Crew 2 because nobody seems to know when it's going to be released. And the reason that nobody knows when it's going to be released is because its release date was rendered who knows when the hell it's going to be released. Because they decided that with how good Assassin's Creed Origins was, that they wanted to get a repeat of people enjoying the game like that. Which is a really smart business policy because, honestly, with how poorly the last couple of Assassin's Creeds have been received, it's really smart of them to try for much better quality control, which has been their issue for a while now. For a good while now, because you think Unity and Syndicate were both not very good.
How is this fucking bitch getting these kills?
We must all make sacrifices in the name of science.
Help! 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 Never mind.
This will heal you.
Well, I'm gonna trust you. But yeah, so Far Cry 5 got put off probably a month. I don't have the exact date in front of me, but it was expected to come out, I think, in February, and I believe they pushed it back to March. The Crew 2, I believe they have estimated for mid this year, where it was supposed to come out in March.
We must all make sacrifices in the name of science.
Bastione. And then they said there was a third Ubisoft franchise title that was delayed until further notice. And what I would speculate is it's a second Division game. Because the first one was released, what, 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would... Wow, I gotta see that. It would have been released probably like March or April of 16.
Garbage.
And the, don't get me wrong, it's not like it needs replaced super bad. There are some things that could be fixed about it, but they've been doing a pretty good job of doing that with the updates that the game's been seeing on the regular.
This whole no-tilt thing's really shifting quick.
I mean, I'm going up against the Widow, who's mad at me for killing her last match, so she's just waiting out in the, like, watching the spawn area on me.
Well, I mean, I'm being met at the fucking gate by the Tracer, and if I can get past her, it's the Torb turn, and if it's that, it's the fucking Widow.
Or the Bastion.
This fucking Bastion, that armor Kree is completely oblivious to. So I got it before that was over. Feels good, man. Feels good.
There we go, run up the wall because I'm so skilled.
Flaw in my approach.
We have a Lucio on point that's just going to be flipping around trying to contest. Go.
Get into position.
Jesus Christ.
That was exciting.
Sure.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, the Crew 2, the first game is probably one of my favorite racing games this gen, regardless of whether people complain about the lack of realism or not. It was just fun.
Look
Fun
at
from
this
beginning to end.
skill.
Oh my god, look at that.
God, look, he literally did nothing that entire fucking play. Skill.
I mean, he's a Torble, you expect. Yeah, the Crew was a great game. Assassin's Creed was a great game. Far Cry 4 had some stuff left to be desired, so I'm glad they're going to do a little bit more port and polish on the fifth game, because it'll negate some of those bugs that they had to fix in the first couple weeks of the game having been out. On the fourth one. The Crew being pushed back hopefully means they'll be able to put in more content or make things a little bit more reasonable, because the driving mechanics of the off-road vehicles sometime around the Wild Run expansion for the Crew got absolutely fucked. And I really hope they fix that. Otherwise, though, I mean, I'm pretty pleased with the way that they've been handling things here recently, and amidst the effort for that hostile corporate takeover from Vivendi Entertainment, the fact that they've been able to stave that off, as well as making their game policy better. I mean, good on them for it.
Oh, would you look at that? Spitfires.
Shot.
Yeah.
Surprising. Literally no one longer than anybody else.
God, the fucking next match is gonna be so bad.
Why? Oh, you mean the next? Oh, Seoul Shanghai, right?
Yeah. Soul Spitfire.
Okay.
That's later.
We've been at it a little while. We've covered some good points. Is there anything else that anybody wants to bring up as far as discussion stuffs go? Anything else that we've talked about recently that could bear repeating? Mueller?
Oh no, I want to know your thoughts about Monster Hunter.
Okay, in regards to what?
In regards to, say,
I would say that should wait until the full game comes out. More.
Alright, well, I mean, we can always do
it.
early speculation. I can't have a solid thought on it now, but as far as early speculation goes, I'd be more than happy to throw that out there.
That's fair.
And it's, in its current state, I have no concerns whatsoever about the game having plenty for me to do. That's not a concern that's on my mind.
what you mean?
Me? Oh, I'm jazzed, dude.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great to have a co-op game that we can all play and enjoy. I'm glad that Chase is going to have it.
Yeah. Did he already pre-order?
I gave him the code.
Good man.
He's texting me
There
about
was a
it, though.
Doomfist, like, just to our side.
Fish is low. Where's
Alright,
Doomfist?
she's moved.
I
Oh,
don't.
Doomfist is dead. I killed him.
Oh, okay. I just hit square trying to reload Ryan's hammer. The hell's wrong with me? Have you ever done that? Just
no.
like out of habit.
No, I have not.
You did what now?
Like I was mashing around with Reinhardt, and like just on dead time, I hit square to fucking reload.
Reload Reinhardt's hammer fuel.
That's right, bitch. Back up. Nope. Ah, I am pinned. Okay, so do we have a healer? Oh, I think we have.
But yeah, I think Monster Hunter is going to be a very good game. There's no concern about that. Just based on what I had played of it, I had some concerns about the speed at which it was played.
Okay.
But that's also because I didn't have any experience with the games in the series thus far.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
You
not
guys
meant
already
to
know
be
how I
some.
feel about it, though.
Yeah, it was never intended to be some high fast combo shooter slasher like fucking like the Street Fighter of dinosaur hunting.
That's like a million games mashed into one.
Yeah, I mean, it was on me for expecting something different because I guess a couple of the trailers where they showed off the weapons, they looked a lot faster than they were. And I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just the way I was watching it. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't seen those videos in a while that I've just kind of forgotten.
Mm.
But it's just very different from any game that I've played, so it's going to have to be something I get used to. It's not going to be something that I'm just able to be like, yeah, I get this 100%.
Right. It's not like a shooter. Or...
Right. Yeah, you can't just... It's not a game you can just pick up.
No.
Now,
and
just
there
be,
is
like, instantly good at. Yeah,
there is
like
a huge learning
practice.
curve.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I've noticed there's been a huge push from Japanese, JRPG developers here in the last 2 to 3 years, is when I've noticed it the most prevalent, in the last 2 years specifically.
Mm-hmm.
The huge push to try to appeal to Western audiences.
Well, the thing
not
is,
just
there's
Western audiences, people who aren't just diehard fans of the series. Like, you look at the opening sequence of Final Fantasy 15, regardless of anybody's polarizing opinion on it, I don't care. Just the start of the game says a Final Fantasy for longtime fans and first-timers.
yeah.
And that's 100% what it is. And that's not to say that it's made for casuals. It's meant to say, if you want to play the game on easy mode, yeah, you can do that and do fine. But normal mode will kick your ass on occasion, especially with shit like the level 120 Behemoth.
Yeah, the endgame
I
stuff.
mean, that's not something you're just going to kill instantly.
No. The thing about it is, yeah, it's a Final Fantasy that's never been done the way it is. I mean, yeah, Type 0 was kind of like a hybrid. But the thing was, the creatures and the lore are all the same, but the story, the world, like that, all brand new, all crazy shit. But yeah, no. Monster Hunter, I mean, we're gonna have to take some time to really get it broken down and get it good, and you know, first we're gonna learn the mechanics, then we're gonna take on some higher end creatures, and then we're gonna get our ass handed to us, and it's gonna suck, and we're gonna get mad, and we're gonna shut it off for the day, and then we're gonna get back into it. We're gonna beat the fuck out of it, steal its skin, make armor out of it, and go on to something bigger.
Steal its skin.
Like I said before about Monster Hunter, it seems very much the type of game where it's like, yeah, you know what, you're nice, man. It's like, you know what, you're gonna learn the mechanics or you're just fucked, and it's 100% on you because the mechanics are in place, they're solid, they do what they do, and you need to adapt to that, or just don't, and you won't get anywhere.
I will say that the AI for some of the higher end stuff, you will be bullied. The AI is a dick.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If we cyberbully them, they can cyberbully back.
Nothing will beat the fucking quad thunder lance on the Jargus.
Oh man, Jagus, yeah.
Thank you.
What was our fastest? Was it the dual blades?
Yeah, dual
Run?
blades, 246 or whatever.
Yeah.
Something fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it was super fast. We had a great play on that. But yeah, I mean, that's the long and short of it. Is the game rewards you knowing how to play it, and if you don't know how to play it, you're not going to succeed. So you either better figure it out or don't. I think another good example of that is the Deus Ex games, specifically Mankind Divided, because it's the one I've had the most experience with, which isn't saying much, and I'm not very good at the games regardless.
Get ready for nuke. I'm sure she's got it by now. How would Captain White back?
Surrender to my will.
Gotcha, man.
I saw you were there.
Don't worry, I'll kill them.
I'll be your shield, little man. Speaking of little man, where are you?
I'm around. Don't worry about where I'm at. Worry about where they're not.
That's my
Which is not a problem for you.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I thought I had that too.
Doomfist, you stupid son of a bitch.
What do you do? Uppercut somebody you were about to kill?
Yeah, he fucking uppercutted Baby Diva up onto the fucking up above ridge. Sombra's fucking picked me now.
Do they have a jump? No, they don't have a jump.
No.
Gotcha, man.
Really hurting here. Really hurting here. Come on, Mara.
I got this.
Come on, Mara. Good girl. Who still needs Daddy's hammer? There we go.
That wasn't exciting. I think Moira took gold.
She probably did.
Probably just getting tags on people with the orb.
Yeah. Come on, give me play. Hey, here we go.
Hey.
This will be fun.
What happened here? Oh. Wow, he missed that one by a minute.
I was like, get over here, frog.
What about my double kill with the shutdown?
That was a quad. Get out of here.
It wasn't a quad. It was it was a double and then 2 more kills later on.
Yeah, in all the span of a 10-second play of the game. It's because I'm goddamn Reinhardt. Haha. Die.
But if you're a diva and got 2 kills...
Oh, trust me, I know. Or a Lucia with a singular environmental.
Or a Roadhog hooking somebody and throwing himself off the map.
I remember he hooked
That
somebody,
used to be
then he like
so
threw
fun.
himself off the map, but he didn't kill anybody. So
We
he
were
just
having
killed
so
himself.
much fun on Chateau Yard.
Yeah, low gravity, just super hooks.
Yeah. Unlimited hooks and just trying... Who did I slurp off the edge the first time? Was it Ty?
Yeah.
That
Or no,
sounds right.
no, it was TN because I popped up under him and pushed him off into the lake.
No, I mean, like, the first time I hooked somebody and turned them and fell in with them.
Oh, yeah, it was Ty.
Oh, that was Ty, yeah.
I remember I
That's
had that freaking long distance sleep dart on Chase when we were doing it on a paintball.
Like, that's the thing. We were able to have more fun in freaking that than we have in quick play in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Together we are strong.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go into detail with the abundant amount of issues that we've had with this so far.
Legion or?
No. the game of Overwatch as a whole.
Oh, it's had its ups and downs. It is what you make of it.
Much like our SR. When they decide to pair us with people who are relievers and throwers.
All on point, main door. Oh, Doomfist, I see you're a man of culture. I really need someone to eat some fucking damage for me.
I'm here, Nye. I'm here.
Eat some damage for me.
Damage.
Whoa, where the fuck did he come from? I gotta see that.
Alright.
Alright,
I gotta tell you, dude, I hate the fact that Roadhog can be stunned mid-hook and it still rips you toward him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, as far as busted mechanics go, they need to be ashamed of themselves.
So he
trash.
came diving through the Roadhog's body, which is why I was not able to see him. This bitch stole health back. Alright. Fuck you, Doomfist. Kill the hog, 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 kill the hog.
Nice job, Ricky.
Baby Diva? Oh, fair on point, she's probably gonna justice.
The hell is she? There.
God, my tracking right now. There is none. Oh, who's coming for that? Everyone spread. Nobody, apparently. Where'd he go? Oh, he died.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, Baby Diva's still alive. Oh, Junkrat. Oh, good shot. Thank you.
Nope. Thank you.
Oh, Lucio. God damn it, Lucio. Oh, is that an Iris? Where is that an Iris?
I'm gonna move. I don't like being here. Not like this.
Shawn, Trish on your right. Don't let me die, don't let me die, don't let me die, don't let me die. Come on, come on. Damn it! I was hoping.
Alright, our Lucio dove back onto the nuke. I don't know what he was thinking.
I went for the cheeky graviton just to fuck around.
Yeah, the only issue was I think all you picked up with it was Diva, and you know how that works.
Yes, something died.
Oh god, I don't want to be in there. Holy hell.
Oh, she's teabagging. Shawn, you need to get a quad or a Quinn so you can steal it from her.
Damn it.
Oh, she survived?
Who, Tracer?
Oh, no, I thought it was Fair that killed you.
No.
Oh,
Not Fair got screwed.
Man. Really, really fun when a fucking Tracer just follows you. I meant to do R2.
I don't know why our Zen and Reaper went on the point 110% completely with nobody there to back them up, but, you know, good play all the same.
Good on them. Well, spawn camping nonetheless. It's fun. I'm kind of tired of it, but, you know. Doesn't matter that our team is ass. I'm also kind of playing like ass, but I still have 3 silver. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you to the Widow.
Yep.
She's
Salt of the earth.
I mean, bury her in the salt of the earth, but...
But...
No fucking basketball for you, you stupid bitch.
I thought it was interesting that they confirmed both Days Gone and Spider-Man for a 2018 release date. Like without a doubt in their mind, they said, "Yeah, this is happening."
Spider-Man looked to be goddamn near done.
Well, apparently, like I was telling you a week and a half ago, they've already done multiple internal playtests, and the game's solid up one side and down the other. So it sounds like they're taking all the remaining time to do polish on it, which is a great idea. I don't like the idea of, well, the main story is done, so I guess we can pack it up.
Wow, she had a pulse bomb already.
I would wager she was probably just letting Hog have it.
Of course. Not the two things that were chasing me, but the third one trying to hit me in the back. Giving me literally nothing to do. Or no chance to do anything anyways.
Is that Genji partnered up with their Pharaoh? No?
Oh look, she got her
Frontman will hunt
fucking
me
knock back and nobody killed her the entire fucking time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wait that out. It's probably gonna come for me somehow, but you know.
Idiot.
Alright. I've been here for probably a good solid 15-ish seconds, and not a single other motherfucker is up in this bitch.
A speedy recovery.
Bad timing.
Their Tracer switched to counter me with McCree. If I wasn't on 6 HP, that was totally my kill.
That Tracer switched to Widowmaker?
No, their Tracer switched to McCree, their Genji switched to Widow.
Oh, interesting choice. Alright, so I'm being hit from probably about 3 different directions right now. I gotta get some help here. Man, feels bad, man. I'm probably glad we still have a Widow.
Oh, their Widowmaker's getting kills.
Ours hasn't even popped ult once yet. Man, feels fucking bad, right? Like, got a Widowmaker on the team?
Hey.
Alright, fine. Oh, Doomfist is here? No, he's not. Oh, Widow. Now what? Oh, Widow's in our fucking spawn side. That's fantastic.
Oh, she's one hit. Doorway.
What? Are you fucking kidding me, Mara? You stupid fucking bitch. You're just really you're gonna keep following me.
Alright, considering I think we covered basically all the topics we needed to after we finish this match, we'll probably call it for this.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I think it's not something that needs to happen super often, but with the rate that the news goes, I think it wouldn't hurt us.
Yeah. Roadhog, please fucking have your ult.
Somebody really needs to kill their Widow. Probably the Lucio that's just jumping around rather than killing anything.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Alright, well, at least we got that round.
Oh man. Feels bad.
You want to call it here or finish out the match?
I'll finish out the match, see how it goes.
Okay.
Get back into the swing of things.
Of course, we're finishing it here, though. Easily the worst map on Legion.
Where are we? Oh, yeah. You might want to go soldier. I'll need your help with the extra healing.
Yeah.
Alright. They got fair again. Ah! There, I just took play of the game from the Pharah. Get fucked. Damn, I got 61 Elam. Or, yeah, 61 Elam.
Widow out left.
Bitch. Damn it. Fair. Did I do that on purpose? Yes.
I've noticed we haven't even been checking SRs. I wonder how many Masters we've gone up against today.
Doesn't feel like very many. It doesn't feel like a little bit.
And the only people I would rate it being actually pretty high here, my heels behind you.
Ready for nuke? I cranked that shit to the left. I bet you fucking did. Sorry. Damn it, Lucio. Fair.
There we go. Good win.
GG. Easy.
Yeah, good call on that. Soldier actually really helped.
Yeah, I'm really glad. Oh look, me and you are on fire. Now give me my play of the game because it's fucking hilarious. What? How did a double fucking environmental with a 30 elim not fucking get it? Whatever.
Because the power of spawn camp was stronger.
Alright.
He could have raced.
He probably used it to fucking get out of spawn. Oh.
You know, I wouldn't laugh if it wasn't so accurate.
I don't remember, but I feel like that's probably what happened.
Where it comes back that quickly, but
yeah. Woo, 3 silver. Alright, I think that's a good way to end this stream.
that was fun.
So, yeah, that was fun. Feels good to be back. Kind of doing stuff.
Back again.
Back at it again. Alright. Well, as for now, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Anybody watching in
Bon
the future?
voyage.
Thank you for watching.